Taurus, hi. So this is going to be a reading for August 25th through the 31st. And I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Taurus. The overall energy for the reading, the Six of Cups. So, we could be talking about one or more. Barely one, I would say. Oh, we'll see. Soul connections here. So there's definitely other energies somewhere in there. Somewhere in there. In the recent past, the Nine of Swords, the Six of Swords, the Four of Swords. So many freaking swords. Stressed out about putting something behind you, but I think you're still doing it, even though it's quite stressful. But the minute you start making those steps of putting something behind you, you already feel a whole lot better. You're like, oh, man, this feels so good. Okay, what do you want? Yeah? What do you want? I saw you looking at me. Baby girl, I need to cut your nails today. Because, you know, I'm not playing that game anymore. Okay. Well, that's what you want then. What do you want? In the current situation, the Hangman, the King of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups. Maybe you're done with that whole process of putting something behind you here, because you're kind of standing still, kind of taking your sweet time, kind of just focusing on yourself as much as possible, and you're also carrying an energy of moving on. So you may have stepped into that full-on place of, okay, I'm done with that, now I'm focusing strictly on whatever's next. In the immediate future, the Judgment card, the Knight of Cups, the Four of Wands. You're deciding something here that has to do with a potential commitment. So you might be deciding to commit to something, someone, I'm not sure. But it feels good. Whatever the situation is, feels really, really good. And it makes sense to your heart especially. So, okay. Let's clarify it. Let's see what's up. Oopsie doops. Huh? For the Six of Cups, you get the Two of Swords, the Two of Cups, the Queen of Swords. Here we go again. On one hand, you're telling me I know exactly what I want out of the situation. I know exactly how I feel about it. I know. Okay, I know. And underneath all that, it shows up an energy of, I have no fucking clue. It's not I have no fucking clue. There seems to be some confusion somewhere. So despite the fact that you are showing up quite clear about what it is that you want, maybe there's things in the way. Or who knows, maybe there's some things that you have no control over that create the sense of, you know, I'm not sure. I'm not 100% here. Okay. Let me do the Nine of Swords in the recent past. The Temperance card, the Tower, the Magician. What the fuck is this shit show? I don't know what the situation is that you left behind, but I'm glad you did. Based off of the energies that I'm seeing here. Because it did potentially turn into a shit show. You manifested this though. You called this in. And a lot of the times, I would say most times, we do manifest shit shows. Not that we're sadistic and we're like, okay, I want to deal with the shit show because that's my goal in life. No, it's to learn from them. So I'm not necessarily surprised to see the fact that, okay, you manifested something that actually ended up turning into a shit show. It's just ironic in the way it shows up. But it does feel like whatever this was, maybe it started off good at some point. Maybe it was a good idea, as it started. But then, yeah, no. And it was quite stressful to put this behind, even when you realized, hey, yeah, I think I gotta go. For the Six of Swords in the recent past, you get the Five of Wands, the Page of Wands, the Ten of Swords. Yeah, you were done. You were done. You were tired of whatever the hell was of the shit show, basically. Because it feels like whatever you're trying to do and, trying to maybe work on things, maybe try to not reach that place of a shit show, it still ended up in the same place over and over again. So you are definitely done with it. Now it was a matter of taking those steps away from it, which I feel like you started at that point when it was too much for you. For the Four of Swords, you get the Three of Cups, the Six of Cups, the Hermit. See, there's something in there. As you remove yourself from this context here, whatever the hell that is, you're also healing through this. You're also, you're going within. And as you go within, it almost feels like you're connected from your heart to someone that seems to be very helpful through this process. The thing is, I don't see that person necessarily there by your side as you're healing, but I see the connection from your heart to theirs. And it's very, very helpful through this. So, cool. But I get the sense it's this one where you know what's up with it, but it's complicated. Okay. Let's do the Hangman in the current situation. You get the Nine of Wands, the Six of Swords, the World card. You're still in this process of walking away from this. You're still kind of wrapping things up here. You're not done with that process. You're probably at the end of it, at the final stretch, but you're not done. And it doesn't feel, you know how they say, right? Time is going to heal it. It's going to feel better in time. Doesn't necessarily feel any better from what you're saying. But it definitely feels, you feel a little more in your power than when you started this process. For the King of Pentacles in the current situation, you get the Page of Cups, the Justice card, the King of Pentacles again. Yeah, you feel a lot more balanced than when the removal from the shit show started. Definitely way better, but still recognizing that you're probably on the final stretch of this process and stepping more and more into this energy of away, because the steps have been made. You started doing that in the past, and now it's like, okay. Think of it as initially you felt like you wanted to run away from the situation as far away as possible, and then when you kind of figure that you've got plenty of distance between you and the shit show, you started kind of settling down into a steady pace, into a more calm type of, okay, I'm going to keep on going, keep on moving forward, but I can do it more calmly. That's where you're kind of in that place of, yeah, things are slowing down for you and you feel more balanced. For the Seven of Cups, in the current situation, you get the Emperor, the Seven of Swords, the Three of Wands. You're getting yourself stuck, though, in between two worlds. The world that you're leaving behind, we'll call that the world of the shit show, and the brand new beginning that you've already stepped into. But you're keeping yourself stuck there in that, there's a middle line between the two. And even though this one feels good, the one you've, again, already stepped into, it feels good, for some reason, you're almost looking like you're scared to go. Like, I'm kind of dreading it. Oh, that's why maybe you're showing up so slow, almost not moving, because you're keeping yourself stuck in here. You're kind of scared, even though it looks good. It scares you. It's like it's unknown. It's good and all, feels good, but it's unknown. Who the fuck knows what's gonna happen there? So you're not allowing yourself to fully step into this energy of moving on completely from this. Okay. Let me do the Judgment card in the immediate future, the Fool, the Ace of Wands, the Lovers. Whew, and I don't know what the hell unstucks you here, but man, when you do get unstuck, you're like, everything. Let's go. Bam, you do it, you know? And it is a connection from what I can see. And it just feels freaking amazing. And it's like, hell yeah. Hell to the yeah, we're doing this. Okay. As much as you're kind of fighting with yourself here in the current situation, in here you just let loose. You're going for it. Because something feels 100% right. For the Knight of Cups, in the immediate future, you get the Strength card, the Four of Swords, the Four of Wands. Interesting perspective here. Because, yeah, everything feels right energetically speaking. Physically, when you're there with it, you're giving me a sense of it's going to be very difficult to commit to this. But I'll do it anyway, no matter how hard it is. So you're kind of acknowledging a sense of heaviness when it comes to you committing to something that's quite important to you. And then eventually bypassing that and being like, you know what, the hell with it. I don't care how hard it is, I'm doing it, god damn it. Everything about this feels great, like your energy just blossomed overnight here. Super nice. For the Four of Wands, in the immediate future, you get the Knight of Pentacles, the Sun, the Seven of Wands. Things are coming together nicely here. There's definitely a sense of commitment, like 100% committing on both ends. It's going towards an energy of happiness, like super nice energy. And then I see some heaviness around this commitment. It's not coming from you, it's not coming from them. As far as the energies that are included in there, it feels like they're both open to this concept of happiness, and that's the direction that they're taking this. However, there's something around you. Think of it as a little bit of a thick cloud that carries a little bit of heaviness, a little bit of difficulty, a little bit of challenge. So I would say that maybe the world around this connection, maybe your friends, their friends, everybody's friends, I don't know, where something's happening. It's not necessarily that they're against this or anything, but something's happening, something a little bit heavy there in that thick cloud. And it's thick because something's happening, because normally it would be like, phew. Okay, interesting. So it's not coming from inside. It's not an inside job. Anyways, let's see the universe. Okay, this took quite a nice turn. You've had quite the process here to remove yourself from something that feels and then you just open up like a freaking flower, man. From the universe for you, as a final advice, you get the Ace of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, the Seven of Wands. There's that fucking thick cloud. Yeah, something's coming together nicely. Looks freaking amazing from any angle possible. There's something surrounding it that creates a little bit of heaviness. And I'm not sure what that could be and why. It's kind of circling around this connection. Not around you, not around them. Around you two together, put together. Your energy and this other energy. Okay, well, that's it. That's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.